News, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
6:36 on this Friday morning, so we've made it to the end of the work week, and it's time for our furry friend Dagny to join us, and she's been getting rid of a lot of that fur recently. This is usually the time of year when the shedding for these types of breeds, half golden retriever, half beagle here, kind of slows down a little bit, because usually our temperatures are cooling down. Nope, temperatures are going to be well into the 80s again for the majority of the 7-day forecast, so I've got my work cut out for me. Looking out this morning and seeing a beautiful sunrise, but also just a little bit of fog on the horizon. Now that fog isn't a major issue right around the heart of Metro Nashville. Downtown, visibilities are just fine, but you don't have to look too far into the distance to see that fog on the horizon, and we're seeing plenty of it on the fog tracker. All these red shaded areas where you're much more likely to run into severely reduced visibilities, down to a quarter mile, possibly even less than that. So along the Harpeth River and really any of the river valleys of the mid-state, just kind of this little bullseye of relatively clear air right around Nashville, but just give yourself a couple extra minutes on the way out the door. We'll check some weather bug camera perspectives coming up in a couple of minutes. Temperatures right now mostly in the 40s, but we're still officially 50 degrees in Nashville, and that's above average. 48 Smyrna, only 43 in Lebanon, one of the cool spots around the mid-state. You're back up to 44 in Clarksville after you did dip down to 42. 56 right now in Savannah and in Lewisburg are the warm locations on the map. Temperatures will warm up regardless of whether you're in the 40s or 50s this morning. We're going to make it up to around or above 70 degrees by noon. Rapidly warming up to the upper 70s, even touching 80 degrees this afternoon, and then backing down to the mid to upper 60s by the time high school football games are kicking off this evening. So it looks like very pleasant weather for that. You might want to bring a sweatshirt or some long sleeves for the end of the game when temperatures will be in the low 60s. Going right back up to the mid 80s tomorrow and Sunday. We'll compare those forecast high temperatures to where the records stand over the weekend and into the middle of next week, coming up in just a few minutes as well. Melanie?
All right, thank you, Paul.